Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. Time for supper. So, while my lasagna noodles are cooking, I thought I might as well prep. So, there's not a whole lot of prep to do, but I had seen a recipe, but it gave me an idea, but it's not what I'm going to do. Hopefully it turns out the way I want it to. And if it doesn't, well, I tried. If you remember right, I have a red onion left from yesterday. And so I'm going to cut that up first. Now if you don't have, like, it showed Italian sausage. I do not, I know I'm weird, I do not like Italian sausage. I can't stand the taste of it. And I didn't want to use up regular sausage, so I'm going to use some of my burger from 2022 up. And then I've got my home canned mushrooms, but I don't want big pieces like that, so I'm kind of going to just chop them up and get them into smaller pieces. I'd forgotten I had them up here, and I was looking through my bucket in the back room that Tom brings me up for the week. Stuff that I wanted for dinner. And I'd forgotten to tell him marinara sauce. Thankfully, I had one on my back shelf. I'm like, oh, quick change on what you're going to make for dinner. I don't go down in my basement because Tom said it's too dangerous. The truth is, he needs to get it more straightened out, and he doesn't want me to see it, because then I'll be like, that's got to get cleaned up. I used to live in the basement here, believe me. I know my way around down there, but, you know, when your husband asks you not to do something, I don't know about you guys, but Tom doesn't say no very often about anything. So, when he says no, I do listen to him. I know. I'm that old-fashioned weird wife, I guess. That's okay. I take value in what he says and try to follow what he says. Because believe me, he's very, very easy to get along with. Oh, he has his days, don't think he doesn't, but generally, he's pretty easy to get along with. So, I'm going to get that finished up, and then I'll be back with the next step. Alright, so I got the noodles over there draining. Now we're going to start frying this up. Now, in their recipes that I've seen, they did like everything separate. And I don't want to do that. I want it to all be nice and mixed together and just ooey gooey cheesy and yummy. And yeah, I don't want just, you know, it to be plopped on top and whatever. I mean, they did have a stream of cheese across the top, but I wanted it to be just different. You know what I mean? Now, I know my burger is cooked, but I want to heat it up. So I'm going to add that burger in there. And I actually seen, I think it's the Food Network or whatever. I don't remember what the name of her channel is, but she actually did it her own way too. I didn't watch through all of it, but she changed it too. So I figure if she can change it, so can I. Because why not? And we're going to get that mixed together. Remember, the burger's all cooked. We just want to get it mixed in with it and everything heated up. And I want to get that burger broke up a little bit because we don't want big old chunks of that. So, then we're going to take some frozen spinach and we're going to put that in there too. Well, it's not quite all the way frozen anymore, but you know what I mean. And we're going to get that mixed in with it. I just figured with everything mixed together, you'll get a lot more of the, like, oomph. You know what I mean? I know it's kind of weird, but that's okay. So I'm going to let this cook down a little bit, and then I'll be back. Alright, so now my lasagna noodles, they're not regular lasagna noodles. Well, they are. But we're making them into just strips. So you just break them apart as you're cooking them, you know, before you put them in the pan. And they're going to be, you know, just pieces. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put, hopefully this pan's big enough for everything. I had it out to do pickles today, so I'm like, you know what? I might as well use that pan. So we're going to add all of that to it. And we're going to use a whole jar of marinara sauce. Just like that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of parsley. Just broke up in there. And then I'm going to use some cheese. And then instead of ricotta, which they used, I'm going to use my trusty cottage cheese. So I'm going to put a couple of nice scoops of that in there. I wished I could really like ricotta, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. So knowing that I can use cottage cheese as a supplement or a change, I love that. And we just want to stir everything together. And get it all mixed in really nice. Look at that. Doesn't it start to look really pretty? Alright, let me clean out my jar and I'll be right back. So I got everything mixed together. Now we're going to take our sheet pan and we're going to put everything on there. I know my pan is old, but I promise you it's clean. Hopefully it'll all fit on here. Let's leave a little bit out just in case. That one out of the way a little bit so you can actually see something. And we want to spread this out on our sheet pan. So of course it's called sheet pan lasagna, and there's no way on earth Tom and I'll eat all this, so we'll probably pick out what we'll eat for lunch tomorrow, and the rest of it will go down to the homeless tonight. Yeah, I think that'll work. Just like that. Beautiful, huh? I think it's really pretty. So now we're going to take cheese and we're going to go over the top of it. Because who doesn't like a cheesy lasagna? What caught my attention for this one is that she goes, who doesn't like the crispy pieces of lasagna? And I have to agree with her. She's right. I do too. Now you can add whatever you want, take out whatever you want. You don't have to do it the way I did it. You don't like mushrooms, onions, whatever that happens to be, don't put it in there. Put in things that you'd want to. Oh, you know, actually, peppers would probably be good in this. Oh, fresh tomatoes. But I used up all my fresh tomatoes today, so I do have some other ones in the refrigerator, but not my fresh ones. Now we're going to put that in the oven. Boy, is that sheet pan heavy. And I'm going to set a timer for 25 minutes. Now, you know I'm all about using stuff up. So, I had a little bit of that Texas toast left. And it's not enough to do what I want to do next week. So, I'm going to use it today. And we're going to make us some garlic bread. I melted some butter already. Let's add a little bit of garlic powder. And let's get that mixed together. The two little end pieces we'll use for, I'll just throw out the window and something will eat it. And this is going to be awesome too. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can get a fifth piece on there. There is one more that's not a butt. There we go. That works. I'm not going to do both sides this time. I think one side will be just fine. Alright. So we're going to put that in the oven too. Obviously not for 25 minutes, but let's get that toasted up. So what do you think? Sheet pan lasagna? I think it sounds yummy. So we're going to let that cook, and then obviously I'll be back. Alright, look at this. Doesn't that look delicious? So there's a crispy piece over here. Boy, it's still hot. I've had it out for a couple minutes, but it's still really hot. Hold on one second. We'll cheat and get a knife. So I don't have to eat a great big old huge piece that's still piping hot. Tom is on his way home. Well, he's not quite to the parking ride yet. So this will go back in the oven and let it stay warm while he's getting here. Oh, look at that. And there's a cheese pull too. Alrighty. That is so good. That is really good. And like I say, you could add whatever else you want to it. You know, if you want to put peppers in it, or do sausage or pork or turkey, chicken, whatever you want to do. And I think it'll turn out amazing. So we'll see what Tom thinks when he gets home. Well, hi Tom.
Hello.
So tomorrow you got an air conditioner to put in.
Yep.
So this is sheet pan lasagna.
Look pretty good.
And our salad, I added the rest of strawberries to it because, well, there wasn't a lot of salad left because I had it for lunch. Because it was just that good. And I made some garlic toast.
That always goes good with lasagna.
Mm-hmm. So I asked him today, so got any ideas for next week for dinner? And what'd you say?
Goulash.
I told him we just did it a month ago. Can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. People get bored.
Then you asked me about something else. I said hamburger pie.
And we just did that too.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy.
I'll give you suggestions.
He doesn't think outside the box at all, do you?
Nope.
All right, well, we're going to let the hungry man eat.
Spaghetti.
Ugh.
I knew you'd say that.
We've had all different kinds of spaghetti, so that really doesn't count. All right, so we're going to let him eat. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.